These are our babble branches. They're made out of conductive material, including bellastat, which is this black conductive plastic here, and metal making up the branch stems and body. When people interact with them by touching or squeezing parts of the structure, there's a tiny little computer that's translating that data into the sound that you hear, so it makes them chirp a bit like a bird. A lot of that is happening off of a program called Pure Data, which is an algorithmic visual programming language that lets you be creative with interactive sound.
This is the touchy mushrooms. They're made out of recycled plastic, and inside of each of them there's a contact microphone. So when you touch them, it triggers a sound via a microcomputer and a software called Pure Data.
We basically started with the idea of having sculpture that when you touch it, you get a sound response, and we were interested in looking at the idea of like mushrooms and mycelium networks. One of the sounds is this kind of like dong-tuned percussion kind of sound, which was recorded from one of the mushrooms themselves and then reverbed and with some effects over it, so kind of like an amplified version of the actual sound, which is quite nice.
The entropic tree stump was created by placing several contact mics around the stump. People can come up and scratch or touch the tree, and the contact mics pick this up. And these sounds are then processed and filtered to create the sound effects that you actually hear. For the visual side of the tree stump, we used a software called Max, which is just a coding platform, and that allowed us to create visuals which were triggered when sounds reached certain levels.
The hanging sculptures that I've been working on are based on the Celtic symbol, the Awen. We have 3 lines connect up to the 3 points of light, and they represent air, earth, water. Love, truth, wisdom. I wanted to talk about how it also represents an awakening, and how connected are we to ourselves as people, and how connected are we to our environment. So I thought about this in terms of creating a sculpture that was interactive in the sense of contemplation by looking at the symbology itself. Additionally, Lucy put in a basic light sensor circuit with light sensitive sensors on the sides, so at whatever point it spins around on, if there's less light, the LED will dim, and when it gets brighter, the LED will emanate across the space.